Now, welcome back once again to Bonita Media. Call me Boniface Wino. That is, if at all we are meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also share and drop me a comment in the comment section telling me where you're watching this video from. Now, thank you very much for those who already subscribed. People like Lillian, people like Billion, Jefferson Siringa, GBs. Really appreciate your support. Thank you guys. May God bless you. Asanteni sana. Now, getting into the discussion, fellow Kenyans, there is something that I've really done a lot of studies on, and I've been asking myself this question, and I think I can also pose it to you, that despite the bullets, despite arrest, despite the killings, despite everything, Kenya is still continuing to fight. Despite other people, like for instance, let's take a picture of Albert. Albert was killed. Okay, let us go back to 25th June, that is last year. A lot of people were shot dead by the police during the protest. We also, what happened, it was all over the internet, all over the news, you know, people were killed, you know, blood was shed around parliament and everywhere. The tear gas, you know, some police officers losing their hands because of the canister. All these things happened and we saw them. But despite all these things, you know, sometimes maybe you may say that, okay, this one has happened, so there is nobody who is going to fight, there is nobody who is going to on the street, all that. But despite all these things happening, you find that people are still fighting. People are still going on the street. People are keeping on fighting. So I've been asking myself that what is it? What is it that is making people continue fighting? I don't know. Maybe you can also tell me in the comment section. What is it? What is it that you think is making people to continue fighting? Because they see other people being killed, they don't bother. They see people being shot, they don't mind, they don't care. They keep on fighting. Their friends are being arrested. Their friends are being arrested and they're seeing them being arrested. They don't care. People keep on fighting. What is the what is the cause? What is really making people to fight? Now, this one is just my thought. I don't know what you think, but according to me, I think people are fighting because of the bad governance. People are fighting because they've not gotten what they expected from this regime. People are fighting because they're still looking for answers. The promises that they were given have never been kept. So that is why they're fighting. That is according to me. I don't know what you think. That is why I've said that you tell me what you think in the comment section. Mine is this, that people are fighting because they've not received what they were promised. That is why young men are going on the street. And then the life is changing. The life is becoming more difficult day in, day out. Now, William RUTO himself is saying that it doesn't even care. Like, it doesn't care about the 2027 general election. What he's focusing on is the good governance to change Kenya.
Telling me, oh, you know, you have picked up too many things. You know, especially the difficult ones. You would have waited for your second term. Right? And then you ask yourself, why waste the nation's time waiting for a second term merely because you are working on difficult things? Why don't you finish the difficult things now? You know? If there is a second term, there is plenty of things to be done. And if it can be done in 5 years, why do you want to do it in 10 years? Are we together? And that is how we haven't made progress as a nation. Because we make decisions not on the basis of how we know that they are right, but we make decisions on the basis of how is it convenient for me to remain politically relevant. And in there, we lose the momentum to do the right things. The country loses time on things that can be done now as we wait for tomorrow. Our focus is not the next election. Our focus is the transformation of Kenya. Let me repeat it. We must do what we must do. As so long as it is in the exercise of transforming our nation, the next election notwithstanding. Are we together? Yes.
Now, how do you want to change Kenya, Mr. President? How do you intend to change this country? Because you had the opportunity to do that. You've not done that for the past 3 years. A lot of things have happened, and now you're changing this country into the wrong direction. I think that is what you're trying to say. That your intention is to change the direction, to change this Kenya. Now changing Kenya where? To the wrong direction. You know, the problem is not moving. Yes, we can be moving. The problem of a vehicle is not moving. The problem is the destination. It doesn't matter, you know, a vehicle can move, a car can move. When you put reverse gear, it will go. When you put drive, it will go. So all the ways, all the drives, the car is moving. So we are moving, yes. But now we are going to the wrong destiny. We are going to the wrong direction. So when you tell us that you're not even focusing on the re-election, yet here you are saying that you'll not allow people who have got no plans to win the election 2027, it means that you already have your own plan. The plans that you're saying that I have a plan, you already have them. But now, how are you going to put those plans into context? How are you going to apply those plans? Because you are given opportunity to apply those plans for the last 3 years. You've not done them. So what makes you think that you're going to do them within the remaining 2 years? You know, gaining the trust of Kenyans once again within this short period of time is not going to be very easy. That is one thing I'm sure of. It's never going to be very easy. It will not be very easy. It's very much difficult. That is one thing I know. That is one thing I know. Now, the second thing, I've had one of the priests, Father ANYOLO, saying something concerning the protest and all that, and I think he's urging the Catholics to come out in good number and pray. I don't know how they normally do it. You know, this is the time that all the church leaders are supposed to put their differences aside and pray for this country, because if at all pastors, priests, teachers of the law, evangelists, all these people will not pray for this country, then I don't think if we are on the safer side. Suppose maybe, suppose we were moving in the right direction, all these things that we are seeing happening could have not happened. But it is only because we are not going the direction that maybe we expected. That is why all these things are happening. That is why a lot of people are being killed. That is why people are being shot. That is why police officers are deployed on the street. That is why goons are being paid 200 shillings, just 2,200 shillings, just to go and beat other people up using rungus. Why? Because the direction which we've already taken. So I want us to listen to ANYOLO, the way he's speaking.
Okay. So good morning, everybody. I'm Archbishop Philip ANYOLO of the Archdiocese of Nairobi, and on my right, far right, is Bishop David Kamau, the auxiliary, and on the left we have Bishop Simon Kamamoyo, also the auxiliary. Together with us we have Father Victor, who is in charge of the youth activities within the Archdiocese of Nairobi. We are saddened by the instances that happened yesterday in the city of Nairobi during the protests against the killing of Albert Ojwang. We are especially saddened by two things. One, the point-blank shooting of a non-violent citizen who seemed to be just an innocent Kenyan in the city. 2. The free operation of groups of people, goons, with the poles robbing and beating up citizens, destroying properties and businesses in the eyes and without interference by security agencies. We encourage all Kenyans to remain calm, and especially our young people, in the face of the current sufferings, and to be responsible in their responses to the social injustices in the country. Hope in God does not disappoint us, and so let us continue to be guided by the Spirit of God, like Christ Jesus, in the face of suffering for what is good and right. We are calling on all Catholics in our Archdiocese of Nairobi and beyond to pray the Rosary, a marathon of rosaries for the next 3 days for the following intentions. Number 1, respect of human life and dignity. Number 2, for the law and order in Nairobi City and in the country. Number 3, to pray for those who have lost their lives and their families, and even for those who have lost their livelihoods. Number 4, to pray for our leaders, that God may touch their hearts and give them wisdom to realize the havoc they are causing to the country. On Sunday, which is the feast of the Corpus Christi in the Catholic faith, and the following days, we request priests to celebrate masses with the above intentions and continue to invoke God's mercy upon our country. We shall make further information and communications later on. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
I really don't know what to think concerning all these things, because at one point RUTO is saying that he cannot give power to people. Again, on the other hand, he's saying that he's not concerned about the 2027 general election. Why is he keeping on contradicting himself? Of course, he knows very well that nobody is going to elect him coming in 2027. So that is why he must be looking for excuses every now and then. That is why he's looking for excuses day in, day out. Every now and then, every moment RUTO speaks, he speaks about all these things. He only speaks about election. So election is the only thing that William RUTO knows how to say. He can't talk about development. He can't tell us that now this is what I've done. You know, right now, whenever RUTO is called, let's say for instance now he's called and told to explain what he has done since he became the president back in 2022, up to date. I don't think if there is something constructive that William RUTO will explain and say that he has done as the president. I don't think. Maybe if there is, you can tell me in the comment section, but according to me, I don't think if there is any. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for today. Let me also know what you think at the comment section, and please don't forget to drop me a comment at the comment section. Tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from. Drop me your comment, please, and until you meet again, I have been your host, Boniface. Big.